Hola and welcome to Hola America TV on WQPT, your PBS station. We wish you a Feliz Año Nuevo 2015. Thank you for joining us once again as we explore the sights and sounds of the Hispanic community of Iowa and Illinois. My name is Natalie Zeroni, your host for Hola America TV. We have a great show for you today to start out 2015. First, we have a special interview with the cast and filmmakers of the documentary Letters Home to Hero Street, a co-production of Fourth Wall Films and WQPT that will make its broadcast premiere on January 15th right here on this channel, WQPT, your Quad Cities PBS station. We also have a special report about Diversity Service Center of Iowa, based out of Muscatine, and their program, the New Iowans Initiative, that helps qualified immigrants and refugees to apply for credit to pay for the sometimes costly citizenship and immigration services. We'll also show you an interview with the LULAC Council 10 about their scholarship workshop scheduled for January 21st, where they will teach students about the process of how to apply for scholarships. Also, as usual, we have the news briefs and the Que Pasa community calendar that will cover some of the current events of our community. As always, we invite you to join the conversation on our Facebook page, Hola America News, or on Twitter. There you'll find more pictures, extended interviews, and more exclusive material. And please visit our remodeled website with a fresh new look. And now it's updated 3 times a week so you can keep up with what's happening in our community in both Iowa and Illinois. Let's get today's show started with our special segment on Letters Home to Hero Street.
Letters Home to Hero Street tells the story of one of the Hero Street 8, his experiences through the letters that he sent home to his family back home in Silvis, Illinois.
The Illinois Arts Council contacted WQPT and asked us whether or not we would be interested in writing a grant for an arts project. And of course, we always like to have grants come into the station, but this one had sort of a caveat, and that was we needed to come up with an idea within 24 hours. And so I was putting my thinking cap on, and I remembered that Fourth Wall Films, Kelly and Tammy Rundle, were working on a film on Hero Street. And I contacted Kelly and asked him whether or not there was an artistic way for us to do something with the Hero Street project. And probably, you know, the following morning, Kelly came back with the notion of the letters that had come from a lot of the families. And as a result, we wrote the grant based on that, and within 24 hours of that, we were given the grant. So it all happened so very quickly, but I think there was sort of a serendipitous element to everything because it just sort of fell into place. All the pieces fell into place very quickly.
Kelly and I have worked on a number of documentary projects, and this has turned out to be very special to us. It's been exciting to work with WQPT on the project. We have been developing Hero Street, the feature-length documentary, for a number of years. So the short documentary really presented us with an opportunity to explore one individual story, and it's been an exciting and wonderful and emotional journey for us. I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to do it.
As we developed the project, we realized that we would need to focus probably on just one of the 8 heroes, and that's due partly to time constraints, but it was also due to the fact that we just didn't have many letters from the other heroes, or didn't have access to them necessarily. And for whatever reason, this one young man, Frank Sandoval, wrote literally hundreds of letters. I don't know how many. I would estimate maybe 400 or 500 letters during his 2 years in the service to family and friends. And about 130 of those letters still exist, and we had access to them. And so for Frank, we had a more complete story from the time he first enters the service in 1942 until he is killed in combat.
One of the things that's made this special is that we are actually working with actors on the project to help reenact some of the moments that took place in Frank Sandoval's life. And that's been a new experience for us, but I think it's been very effective. I want to mention that one of the other things that has made it special is working with actual artifacts from the family. We had the mother's chair that was used in the project. We had bowls, dishes, and we had things from Frank that he had with him during his time serving. And I think all of those items just helped to make the whole experience extremely real for us and for the actors. And I couldn't help, as I was watching Cindy Ramos playing the mother. She's sitting in that chair, and it just helped bring to life probably what actually happened in that home. And I got to thinking that so many mothers were sitting in that same place, wondering where their sons were, and how they were, if they were safe, when they were coming home. So for me, those artifacts sometimes were very symbolic through the whole process.
Is that even though we are focusing on just one of the heroes, that in a way he stands in for the other 7, in the same way that those 8 stand in for many other veterans who made that same sacrifice. Veterans from other places and other veterans from Silvis.
October 4th, 1942. Just a few lines to say hello, and to hope that every one of you are all well, as I am at the present time. Sis, from now on, just write on one side of the paper, and watch what you write, because all mail will be censored. Is Mother still crying? I hope not. Tell Mom not to worry, because it makes it harder for me. Christmas was just a memory in our minds of what you have in the States. Sometimes we don't even know what day of the week it is. The Army don't stop for jungles, rain, mud, or otherwise. So you see, sis, they have no mercy for us. We have an idea where we're going, but I can't say because it's military secret. So far, we don't know when the 0 hour will come for us to move to the port of embarkation. But just pray God that we may come home and that this war will be over soon. I'm honored, really. Like, I just, to be, reading his letters and, holding his real things, I feel like it's really special, like it really means, a lot to be a part of this, that they chose me, it's pretty cool. This story is, this is for everybody that has served, this is, yeah, it represents everybody. And I feel like that's what we should really, it should be the message is, this is just one story out of the thousands and thousands, but it's still a very remarkable story, Hero Street that's special,
What's very exciting is that we will be having a premiere on January the 15th at 6 o'clock at Our Lady of Guadalupe in Silvis. It seemed only appropriate that we be in Silvis when this is shown to the public. And the following night on the 16th at 7 o'clock on WQPT, we'll be airing the program. And then throughout the year, I'm sure we'll be using it on Veterans Day and things like that. But its first 2 sort of opportunities for the public to be aware of the film will be on the 15th and the 16th.
And another way that they can support the feature-length documentary project is to visit HeroStreetMovie.com, and we have an area on the website where they can come on and contribute to the film through our fiscal sponsor, the Moline Foundation.
After the show, check out more clips from this interview on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. Up next, we bring you some information about LULAC's Scholarship Application Workshop. Last year, LULAC gave out 21 scholarships, up to $1,000 each, to students entering college. If you or anyone you know has kids graduating high school this year, they might want to check out this next segment.
So LULAC has been giving out scholarships for over 30 years. Early on in LULAC's history, and especially here in the Quad Cities, we started over 55 years ago. It was primarily focused on civil rights. But as that evolved, civil rights is still something that we put a lot of attention and effort, but we also look at education. So we focus on education. So about 30 years ago, we started fundraising and raising money, and so some of that money started going towards scholarships for entering freshmen, and not just because we wanted to do it, but LULAC, the organization, had a national program. So they sponsor us. If we raise funds, they'll give up to, I believe, 66% of those funds, and it is capped, but we can get matching money from the national. So we've been participating in that, and it's just evolved over the years. There were a few years where we weren't giving out as much when the membership was down, but over the last 5 years, we've raised the amount of money that we give out. So now we're giving out, last year, the last 3 years, it was $15,000. This year, we're gonna give out $20,000. We don't know if we can keep raising that up. We'd like to. Our focus would be to get the amount of money that we can give out up to, I believe it's $18,000, because then we can give out $28,000 in scholarships. So we're a little bit of ways from that, but we do have a foundation that we've set up, that the membership has set up, and that foundation, the money that goes in there is for our scholarship program. So our goal is so that we can eventually over time get enough money into that foundation that it'll do this in perpetuity, and the interest and monies earned off of the account would then hopefully sustain the scholarship program and keep it moving forward. LULAC, St. Ambrose University, ICANN, which is the Iowa College Access Network, will host a scholarship workshop at McCarthy Hall at St. Ambrose at 10 a.m. from 10 a.m. until approximately noon. We may get done a little bit earlier. Well, we're going to be telling the students that show up about LULAC's scholarship that will be presented right around that time, not presented, but opened up on right around the 31st. So this year, we're going to be giving away approximately $10,000 to entering freshmen from the Quad City area. And then in addition, this year, we're going to add $10,000 to second, third, and fourth year students. So we're going to be giving away a total of $20,000 from LULAC. In addition, we also want to talk about the Hispanic Chamber Scholarship, which could be used for undergrad, graduate school, a vocational school. They're going to be doing a $1,000 scholarship this year. And then in addition to that, Accentra, who's already opened up their scholarship, will be there. And they're the presenting sponsor, but they'll also have 10 $1,000 scholarships. And then the workshop's just going to be focused on the whole submitting scholarship applications, the writing of the essay. We're going to have a representative from the University of Iowa, and with Lupe Hernandez from the Iowa College Access Network, and they're going to be giving a workshop on essays, and they'll be available right on site after we do the workshop. They'll do some individual, if they need it, they can schedule some time with some of the students. Well, we will send a press release out later that day after we have the workshop. You can go to our website. It's www.lulac10.org. And then so you can access the application right there. And then also we distribute them to all the schools and all the counselors here on both sides of the river. So really, someone just needs to complete their application in its entirety, and we do give instructions on the website, and it's in the application. Turn it into us, get it postmarked by the 31st so that we can receive it. So since we've had it here in the Quad Cities, we've given away about approximately $430,000 to over 700 local students.
For more information on this event, we invite you to follow us on our Facebook page, Hola America News, and join the conversation on Twitter @HATV with Natalie. Let us know what you think about our program. And don't forget to visit our newly remodeled website at www.holaamericanews.com and sign up for our weekly newsletter for updates of what's going on every week in the Hispanic community of both Iowa and Illinois. There you'll find more pictures, extended interviews, and more exclusive material. And we're now on Instagram, where you will see some exclusive pictures from our guests and even some behind-the-scenes pictures. And if you missed any of our previous shows, you can catch them on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. Now let's check out the news briefs that cover some of the current events in our community from both Iowa and Illinois.
Last Sunday, December 21st, Hola America's 7th annual Christmas Posada took place. The Quad City Botanical Center was the host of this event, free and open to the community. Centra Credit Union, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Galaxy One, and Abel and Juanita Certuche were some of the sponsors. Attendees were treated to the traditional tamales prepared by El Mariachi restaurant, along with Mexican bread and hot chocolate. The highlight of the posada was the breaking of the piñatas by the children. Many of them made a line to get a chance to whack and be the one to break the piñata and to make it rain candy for everyone. Another activity that is always a hit with the children is dancing with the Centra Credit Union Jumping George. Jumping George has participated in all 7 years in the Hola America Posada, and it is always welcomed by the children. Something new this year was a performance by Analia Sedano of East Moline, who sang traditional Mexican songs as well as the holiday classic Feliz Navidad. Hola America would like to thank all of the attendees and sponsors that made this year's Posada a hit.
We invite you to join the conversation and follow us on our Facebook pages, Hola America News and Hola America Sports, or on Twitter, @HATV with Natalie. Let us know what you think about our program, and if you want to see more extended interviews, please go to our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. Next, we have our report on the new Iowans initiative by the Diversity Service Center of Iowa out of the city of Muscatine. And after the show, check out more clips from this interview on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV.
The New Iowans Initiative, it's a partnership between the Central Credit Union and Diversity Service Center of Iowa, based out of Muscatine, so that we can provide financing, low interest financing for any immigration services. Anybody who is themselves an immigrant or refugee or a family member of theirs who wants to pay for their immigration services, whether it's the DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, somebody getting their citizenship or getting their residency, whatever the immigration service there is that is provided by DSCI, we are able to provide financing at a low interest. And as long as they're able to go to DSCI, if they're able to make them a client, they can refer them to us to provide that financing at our Muscatine branch.
The New Iowan Initiative is a program to help assist individuals with their financial situation. We have individuals that have come to our office, and once they go through a consultation with our staff, they realize, we inform them of the amount of fees that they will need to pay to the organization as our service fees that we charge, and then also to immigration. And sometimes it makes it very difficult for individuals to come up front with the total amount of money that's needed. And so what this program provides is an opportunity for individuals to obtain a loan with a 3.5 interest and be able to continue their immigration process and not have to wait months or maybe years to gather the money that they need for their process.
Well, I can tell you my experience. Like I said, I'm from Uruguay. In 2008, I was interpreter for the Uruguayan Army, so I got my last deploy was in Egypt. Over there, I met my husband, that he's from United States, from Muscatine, Iowa. So, then we start, I came and have a consultation with Rosa about all the process, to get my green card. And like I say, and I got in United States with visa, so no problem on that. But let me tell you, just because I got married with an American cost me almost $3,000. And no lawyer's fees or anything. Just the forms that immigration, charge me. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not that you can, arrange with immigration and say, okay, I'm going to do payments. No, you have to pay everything in once. So it's hard, to, save for almost $3,000. That was just only for me. Imagine if you had, like you say, just average family, 4 members.
To get the services, they have to go through Diversity Service Center first. So they have to call them at their phone number or visit them in person. And from there, just like any client that they get, they will evaluate their situation. And if there's a financial need, if they don't have the money to pay for these costly immigration services, that's where we can come in. They refer them to a central credit union, and they basically come into our branch and get the loan, and they basically pay for their services in that manner. We're actually actively doing some outreach right now. We started off a little slow. We haven't done that much outreach, but now that we have the process in place, we're doing more outreach. We're looking to get the information out there to area churches, to social organizations, and anybody else interested in the information. Well, here at Acentra, we're always looking at making a difference in our members' lives in unique and meaningful ways. And that includes all members, including immigrants and refugees. Listening, caring, doing what's right, that's what we believe in. And this is a great example of us following through on our commitment to the community and all members of our community.
We invite you to join the conversation and follow us on our Facebook page, Hola America News, or on Twitter. Let us know what you think about all of these interesting subjects. Next up is the Que Pasa calendar. It's a community calendar where you'll find the latest cultural events for you and your family to enjoy this week. And if your organization would like to feature their events on our Que Pasa calendar, please contact us through Facebook at Hola America News.
Exercise to help children. Plan to attend Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Rollathon starting today, January 2nd at 10 a.m. through January 4th at 10 a.m. at Tarpin's Dojo, located at 2004 16th Street in Moline, Illinois. Proceeds from this event will be donated to St. Jude Research Children's Hospital. The cost for this event is $10 for spectators, $20 to train on the mat, and $100 for Carlson Gracie Black Belt and Jeff Neal Seminar. The seminar will take place on Sunday from 10 to noon. 48 hours of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu will help you drop off that holiday weight, and you will be helping this great children's organization. Calling out to all of you who enjoy the sport of boxing. Benya Boxing from Moline presents Havoc in the Heartland. This boxing show will take place on January 10th of 2015 at the Martin Luther King Jr. Center in Rock Island, Illinois. The cost to enter is $10. Doors will open at 5 p.m. and show will begin at 6 p.m. Be ready for 25 bouts. Havoc in the Heartland is a first boxing show of the year and must see for everyone who enjoys a good boxing match. Start your year with an interesting historical documentary about local heroes. Mark your calendar to attend Letters Home to Hero Street premiere screening that will be on Thursday, January 15th of 2015 at 6 p.m. The screening will take place at Our Lady of Guadalupe in Silvis, Illinois. Letters Home to Hero Street focuses on the letter sent home by one of the 8 soldiers who died during the World War II and Korean conflict and who used to live on the 2nd Street in Silvis, the street that is now known as Hero Street, USA. The documentary is produced by WQPT and Fourth Walls Films. After the screening, public will have a chance to ask questions to actors and producers. Everyone is welcomed to attend this free event. The Greater Quad Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce invites you to join us at the 2015 Annual Gala on Saturday, January 31st, 2015 at the Quad Cities Waterfront Convention Center. The evening is a celebration of our organization's accomplishments, members, and supporters. We will feature entertainment, a great dinner, business awards, silent auction, and the warmth of your colleagues, clients, business leaders, community partners, and Greater Quad City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce members. We truly appreciate your continued support and know that this 6th annual gala is sure to be a success because of you.
It's time to say goodbye for tonight, but we would love to hear from you. So don't forget to connect with us through our Facebook page, Hola America News, or on Twitter, @HATV with Natalie. And we're now on Instagram, where you will see exclusive pictures from our guests and even some behind-the-scenes pictures. If you missed any of our previous shows, you can catch them on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. And don't forget to tune in the first Friday of every month when we'll continue our journey of the sights and sounds of the Hispanic community here in the Midwest. Muchas gracias y buenas noches.
Que se escuche ese bonito aplauso para Analía Sedano. Claro que sí, ese fuerte aplauso para Ana Lilia, por favor.